Hey guys, I'm Kate Simsley and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, I'm super glad that you're back, and if you're new here, then welcome in. Today we are going to be building a Zen Asian Inspired Home. So this home's going to have one bedroom and one bathroom, and it's very Asian inspired. I'm quite happy with the way that it turned out. We're going to be working on the exterior for quite a while. I added a fair amount of detail to the roofing, and a lot just on the exterior, period. This is a rather small lot in Mount Komorebi, and I wanted to, just make the house seem like it was cozily set in there, if that makes sense. It's a really weird word to use. But I wanted it to, look like it belonged there, but be different. I can't even explain what I was trying to do. But you'll see that I use platforms a lot in this build, and it was honestly a pain in the butt. But I do use them a lot. And I wrapped them all around the house. So all the way around the house is a platform, and then there's fountains all the way around the house as well. And I utilize platforms inside too. So you'll see that all come together. I cut most of the footage out. I'm not going to lie, I cut a lot of footage out of this build, period. Or it would have been hours and hours long. But messing with the platforms was insanity. It was driving me nuts. I'm not even going to lie. Every time I placed a new one or adjusted one, another one would shoot up in the air. It was kind of driving me crazy. And I really thought that by now the Sims would have fixed the fact that when I put down a platform by a wall, it gets rid of the wall. So I'm assuming that that was done on purpose, but it's very annoying. And I wish that they would not have done that. And if it's a problem, I wish they would fix it. Because every time you put a platform by a wall, it takes down the wall, and then you have to put the wall back. And it's not okay. It drives me nuts, but that's what happens. So you are going to see a lot of me. I did, like I said, cut most of it out, but you will see me fiddle with the platforms quite a bit. But I wrapped the fountain all the way around the exterior here, and I really love it. I end up changing the color of that wall on the first building there. I use the Snowy Escapes wall stuff. I can't think of the word, oh my god. I do change it anyway, you'll see. It becomes darker, and I'm really happy with it. I really like the way that this turned out. I had intended to make a 3-bedroom house, and looking at this, you would think there was enough room, but when I got in there and started putting the walls up and doing a floor plan, it just didn't work out. So I made it a 1-bedroom. In my mind, I guess I was imagining a single man living here, to be honest with you. It could be a woman, doesn't even matter. It's very gender non-specific, so it doesn't really matter. But I think that it's kind of a great house for a single person who, is just looking to enjoy their home life and be at peace in their environment. That was my thought, anyway. I'm going to add a balcony on the front of the build. So I add a little balcony, and originally I had wanted to place the balcony so that it was in the master bedroom. But it doesn't work out that way. As I create the upstairs floor plan, you will see that this is just kind of a little nook where the desk is going to be, and yeah, it has a little balcony. I did end up putting one little seat on the balcony, so your sim could probably sit out there and just enjoy the nice weather and, watch the world go by. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy with this build. I think it came together pretty well, and I hope you enjoy it too. So I don't really have too much to say. I don't really know what to say. It is winter where I live, and it is freezing freaking cold, and I can't stand it. My cats are running around knocking things over, so if you can hear that, I apologize. But yeah, it's really cold, and I don't like it. But I hired a plow company. So I hired a company to plow my driveway, and I had said in the last video, the plow company, the first time, they didn't come to my house. I watched them do my neighbor's driveway, and they didn't come to mine. So I called them. They ended up fixing it. They came. They didn't. But I had already shoveled. But anyway, they fixed it. Well, then, yesterday, I woke up at 5:36 in the morning. I had to start getting everything ready for my kids for school. And I look outside, and there's the plow plowing my neighbor's driveway. So I thought, oh, it's coming here. And I watched, and it just drove away. So I was like, okay, what the hell? So I emailed the company. And I'm like, okay, again, I watched the driver do my neighbor's driveway, and then he did not do mine. What is the deal? Is there an issue I don't know about, or am I missing something? I paid a lot of money for this company to come and plow my driveway. Like a lot more money than I wanted to pay for anything ever. So I was pretty mad. Well, the woman from the plow company calls me back and she says, oh no, the plow driver was just out cleaning up messes at the end of the driveway. There isn't enough snow for him to plow. Which was true. There wasn't a lot of snow. I did go out and shovel it. It was fine. But the end of my driveway is pure chunks of ice, like to the point that my shovel would not cut through it. Like it's all piled up chunks of ice from the city plow going by as well as them plowing the driveway. So I said that to her. I'm like, well, why doesn't he clean up my driveway? Like, that doesn't seem fair. And she's like, well, I guess he didn't think there was enough of a mess. I'm like, well, good for him. But there is. Like, I couldn't even get my car out without chopping up the ice. I had to actually get an ice pick and chop the ice. There was that much of it piled there. So I was pretty pissed off. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it made me mad. And I kind of felt like a Karen, but I don't care. I'm paying a lot of money. Anyway, he ended up coming in, I guess, plowing the driveway last night, and everything's been fine since. But it made me so mad. I'm like, okay, I'm paying you just as much, if not more, than those people. So how are you, like, to do their driveway, he has to literally back out into my driveway. Like, pretty much, this neighbor is directly across from me. Like, it's not like it's a big deal. I'm not out of the way or anything. But yeah, I was pretty mad. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to have to watch it and see what happens in the next week or so. If it keeps happening, then obviously we're going to have a real issue, and I'm going to have to turn into a Karen and freak out. But I'm hoping that won't happen. I don't think it will now. Like, I wasn't overly rude, but I also wasn't polite when I called them, if that makes sense. Like, I made it very clear that I was unhappy because, you know, it's a big deal. When you pay a bunch of money for something, you want that something. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. The day before that, I was exhausted. My son didn't sleep all night long. Like, he was literally awake all night long. I did the voiceover on my last video at like 3 in the morning because he just would not sleep. But he was up, so the day before I slept pretty much all day. Like, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But I slept all day, and that was that. Other than that, I've been up to nothing. I have not been outside because it's freezing cold and I hate it. I actually have not even started Christmas shopping. Christmas is in like, I don't know, 15 days or something, a little more than that. And I have not bought one present. I'm just not in a Christmas mood this year. It's funny, I normally really love Christmas, I do. But it's just so expensive. Like, when you have kids, Christmas loses all its fun. As silly as that sounds, you'd think it would be more magical. It's really not. Like, the magic dies, and it's not as fun as it once was. So I placed that Mount Komorebi shrine in the middle of that little nook there, but I do end up removing that, and you'll see I add a fountain and a bench there, and I think that it turned out a little better. That shrine just was a bit too big. I couldn't fit a bench in, and if I sized it down, it would have been weird. So I will end up switching that out, and you'll see that in a little while, but I'm going to make a path out of some stones. And we're going to add terrain paint. I jumped all over in this build. Like, I did some of outside, some of inside. Just all over the place. But yeah, like I was saying, like Christmas, when you have children, honestly just loses the fun. I have to go Christmas shopping. My kids won't, well, she won't tell me what she wants. My one kid, the other kid can't tell me. He's nonverbal. But, she won't tell me what she wants. Finally, actually, this morning, she did say that she wants another monitor for her computer. She only has one right now, so she wants step 2. That is doable. I can easily do that without ever leaving my house. I can order one on Amazon, and away we'll go. But I do have to leave my house. I'm going to have to go out and get, like, stocking stuffers and all that stuff, so I'm going to have to do that this week, and I don't want to. Like, I don't like outside in the winter. I hate it. I don't like outside most of the time, but in the winter, I really don't like outside. Like I said, I live in Ontario, Canada, and it's pretty cold where I live. Like, today is freezing. I hate it. It's actually, like, people aren't complaining. It's just me complaining, but it's pretty cold. Like, right now, it's, like, around probably -10, -8, -10, so it's not horrible, but it's definitely not pleasant. And I'm a pretty tiny person. And the cold just gets to me, and the older I get, the worse it gets, and I don't like it. So I try to avoid it as much as I can. I'm going to change out these, I don't know how to say that word, little matte flooring to a green there, And I think that worked a lot better. It's a little more like, I don't know, it all works out, it ties together and becomes very cozy in this house. So here we are, we're going to change out this shrine. I'm going to try and add a bench, and it doesn't work, so I did try to size it down. I did not like the way it looked when it was little, so I get rid of that, and I'm going to add a fountain. So I put the little fountain, and I added a waterfall behind it. It's like a waterfall feature. And then I lowered the floor there. So I added a platform, and I lower it down into the ground, and I think it looks super cute. I was going to like put a fountain or a pond or something there, but it would not let me, to be honest with you. Every time I tried to put a fountain anywhere near a platform, it was not happening. So I didn't do that. I instead put that little fountain that I found, and I think it looks good. I'm like not talking well today at all. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I'm waiting for my coffee right now. I ordered coffee because I don't, like I said, I don't like outside. So I ordered coffee, and I'm waiting for that to arrive. And we're just going to watch the inside all come together. We're going to move on to the living room in a few minutes. And we're going to put all that together, and then we'll move upstairs. And yeah, the rest of it comes together pretty quick. It's nothing too complex. I do kind of fiddle with the platforms here because I created like a little jet out, if that makes sense, on the other side. And then I decided to wrap the platform all the way around this fountain. And I thought that worked really well. But it messed up my little cute jet out, so I had to switch all that. So you're going to watch me fiddle with that for a second. Which I think it ends up working out well in the end. I just change it out to make it back to a square, and I extend that fountain down one. I don't really know. I really don't know what to say. We're going to move on to the living room shortly. I add some lights outside. There's the little fountain and the waterfall that I was talking about. And I think that area is super cute. And I think like if you lived here and you wanted to meditate or something, I was going to put a yoga mat in there. Originally, that was my idea. But once I thought about it and I put that bench there, I thought that'd be even better. You could like sit there and meditate or whatever you wanted to do. So you could put like that little meditation stool in there instead of the bench, and that'd be pretty cool. I created this little fountain. I used the circle thing. I get rid of that. I just put one of those jets in it. But the circle kind of looked cool. Now that I'm looking back at it, I think I should have maybe left it. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Like, was the circle okay? I'm going to change it out right here. I'm going to move it and turn it into just a water jet. But I think the circle thing was kind of cool. I should have left that. I hate that. I do that a lot. Like, when I'm watching back the videos, I, like, see things I'm doing and then things I change, and I'm like, why did I change that? Like, sometimes you're like, why did I use that? Because, like, I look back sometimes and I'm like, ew, like, what was I thinking? And then other times you're like, oh, man. So, that was kind of interesting, but I did like the little circle thing. But instead I chose one of those little water jets. I put it in the middle, and I added a light underneath that fountain, and I thought it was really cute. The whole area around this house is, again, very zen, very peaceful, is what I was going for. I wanted to add... I'm not really a fan of the fence that I put around the back, but I wanted to block it off from the world around it. And I hate that you can't put a normal fence right up to the edge of the lot. It actually drives me insane. So I used a debug fence so that I could just put it right up to the edge of the lot, but I'm like looking at it now, I'm not really sure I love it. I think what I should have done is I should have put like vines or something on it, growing up it. I think that would have been a lot better. But you can always add that later if you decide to download this. This will be on the gallery. I think I'm going to put Asian Inspired Home as the title or something. There's always a link in the description. You'll be able to download it there anyway. But the living room comes together really quickly, as you see. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I used a lot of Snowy Escape in this build. I did actually use some Dream Home Decorator as well, as you can see there. I love those. Like the modular cabinets, they drive me a little insane sometimes, but I love that I can move them up and down on the wall and put them in different patterns, so I do think they're great, and I tend to overuse them. I'm actually a big fan of that Mac. Like, I'm a big fan of Dream Home Decorator. It's very glitchy, and it has a lot of issues. It needs a lot of work, but I love the idea and the concept of the pack was fantastic. I played that so much between that and cottage living, not country. That and Cottage Living. I hadn't played the game in so long. When I got those 2 packs, I actually played the game. Like, they encourage gameplay. The glitches and the bugs that came with them discouraged it. Like, everyone was really into them, but they were so glitchy and so messed up that it kind of ruined it. So I wish that EA would focus on things like that, because they do have wonderful ideas. And the stuff that they're coming out with is amazing, but if it's not going to work properly, it defeats the purpose. Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Cottage Living. I love the stuff that came with it. I love everything about that pack. But Henford on Bagley is crap. Like, that world is beautiful, it's stunning, the lighting's horrible, and it is so damn glitchy now that I don't know what happened. But you can't even, like I was saying in another video, to go in there and build, I go in from the world map. So, like, I don't even have a sim with me, and it's still very strangely laggy. Like, it's not overly obvious when you go in that way, but if you're trying to play in that world, it's really glitchy. Like, I find that my sims often, like, will repeat one word. I don't know, it's just really strange. So I wish that EA would focus on fixing things like that, but I can't see that happening. I think that they are trying, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Everyone's talking about The Sims 5, and truthfully, like, I get it. But I don't want it. I really don't want it. I love this game, and I just want them to fix this one and make this one better and add more to it. I'm not ready. I'm never ready for change, to be honest. So this is where I create the floor plan. There were, like, 27 attempts before this that you are not seeing. So, sorry about that. But it was a mess. Like, I could not. Because the doors, I had put those big, huge patio door things from Snowy Escape. They were so big that I couldn't put a bedroom over on that wall. So, like, I probably could have added one more bedroom if I had, like, widened things and changed it up a bit. But I didn't really want to mess with the outside now that I had done it all. So, it does become just one bedroom. You actually could probably make it 2 bedrooms. If you wanted to put up a little wall and make it a Jack and Jill bathroom, you could easily make this 2 bedrooms. Or if you wanted to widen that by 1 square or even 2 tiles, you could probably easily do that. But I just made it 1 bedroom, and there is like a little office nook. Like I said, the way I was figuring it, there was like a single male living here, and maybe he'll meet someone, and then if they get married and have kids, they can always like add a nursery or change up the floor plan. But I thought that it'd be a great singles house. You're going to watch the bathroom. It'll come together really quick. And then we will move on to the bedroom. We're going to put the desk in at some point in between, I think. But it all comes together very quickly. I'm just looking for like a divider for between the shower and the toilet. And I opted to use just this little one. I didn't think it was a huge deal. I thought about putting the shower, adding a platform, and like either putting it down one or up one. But I decided not to. I thought that it was just fine the way that it is. I know that, like, in Japan, or in some Asian places, don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure about Japan, but I know that a lot of times the bathroom, the whole thing, is your shower. So, like, a lot of times the shower part will be over the toilet, and the whole room will be tiles, so that you can shower and not worry about getting water everywhere. So that was kind of my thinking when I created that bathroom, but I don't know. I really don't know. I've never been to Japan. I would love to go. It looks absolutely amazing, and it would be so fun, but I don't know. I've never traveled. Like, I've been to the States. That's the only place I've ever been. We're thinking of going to Cuba in April, which would be awesome, because April's getting better, but it's still pretty cold. Like, February would be a better time to go, but it's also a more expensive time to travel to Cuba. So we're going to maybe go in April, and I think that would be phenomenal. I just need to get away from here. I need warm and sun and sandy beaches. That's what I need in my life. So yeah, I'm going to add just some clutter around in the bathroom, and then we're going to move on to the bedroom, the only bedroom in this house. But of course, we add toilet paper to the bathroom first. So I added the little desk there, as you can see, and I used like that typewriter computer, and I think that it is super cute. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't know, I think I just really like the way this house turned out. The bedroom comes together again, it's very quick, it's all very quick. And then that's pretty much the end of the build. There's like a little bit after the bedroom, like I add a bit of clutter, I go down and I paint the kitchen, and I don't know. I also forgot to turn it back to daytime. I apologize. Like, I'm just noticing now that, like, I'm building and it's nighttime. I don't know why. I do that a lot. I'll, like, change the lighting and not notice that I changed it. So sorry about that. But it's fine. I didn't change it now. What do you know? So I'm going to add these dressers with the hanging clothes. I'm going to put some little shoes. I love that shoe clutter. I use it in literally every build now. I'm going to put some shoes and add just a little more clutter to this here. We also add a chair in the room. So I add like a yellow chair and I put a rug. And yeah, we have some pictures and stuff. It all comes together. So I don't know. I'm going to go and I'll play you some music for the last, like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And you'll see the screenshots. Let me know what you think in the comments and give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That would really help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've got a lot more builds that are pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to have a lot more coming out on the channel, and I am aiming for 3 times a week for uploads right now. So it seems to be working out so far. So yeah, I will, like I said, play some music for you, and we will jump into screenshots. And this will be on the gallery. My ID is K8 Simsley. I'm also that K8 Simsley literally everywhere. So if you're on social media, come and find me. I would love to see you wherever you are. And there'll be links down below, so check them out. Have yourself a spectacular day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light.